101. I love that. That's a good time to start. Thanks, Spirit. Everything is new beginnings, so it doesn't really... Every day is a new beginning. Ooh, trying to get comfortable. We work with what we got around here. Oh, my child is trashing the place today. That's okay. I'm going to start this one. What are we thinking today? I like it. Good morning, Ida, Peter. So I just flipped, and I was talking about going on for motivation and stuff, and I decided to start with this one today, and open up to fill yourself up, which just says a lot. That's we're worrying about filling our own cup, and part of that is obviously self-care, self-love, and gratitude. Always going to be gratitude, but I'm going to read this, and I just, it's also reminding me, because I've been taking time for myself. I used to go on every day, and I had a struggle with it, so I didn't have a struggle. I just had a lot going on, and, you know, I'm still trying to build my life and my career and all of the things, so I had to find a balance, which is a big thing that I've had to learn along the way. You know, we can't be all work, no play, all play, no work, and it's finding the balance, and I've had to learn that, and I'm still learning that. I'm finding the in-between, and it's very easy to knock yourself out of balance, and we don't want to do that. We want to, but we have to learn, and the only way to learn is to continuously try. So, good morning. So anyways, it's fill yourself up. Love is the most powerful energy that you need right now. If you're not receiving it, this can deplete your energy. You do not necessarily need to look to others for love, but you can look towards yourself and fill yourself with self-care and love instead. You can always rely on your own branches to keep you elevated. Take time out to do something you enjoy, be that with friends, family, or going to a special place on your own. When you fill yourself up with love and give it to yourself, you will be able to pour with the excess love you have preserved. Be assertive and remember that it is okay to say no to others. You cannot receive what you have not given to yourself. Give yourself love and it will be given back to you. Self-love and care are crucial when you feel depleted. Shed what no longer serves you, releasing any fears, worries, and problems. If you do, you'll be fueled to gravitate towards love, abundance, and success. When you do what you love, your soul becomes content. This is the environment you need to be in to flourish. Good morning, Francois, Matthew, hi, free TikTok coins, XO, Black Soul, oh, some more, okay. Okay, well, you can't sit all the way in front. Okay, this is my daughter. It is spring break, and we're trying to, I'm trying to do both. She's going to make this a little difficult. We're going to do the best we can. We're working with what we got. It's good afternoon, dear.
Good afternoon. So today?
Yes. Okay, go play with your stuff. This is my time to do my stuff. So
today is Chasing Tiger's birthday.
Chasing Tiger's birthday. Okay, so go get your stuff ready for it. Good morning, Pamela and Al. So, I don't know if y'all saw my video. We're coming in. We're working with what we got. It's spring break. So sometimes it's not so easy to get everything done, but we do what we can. Okay? So I started with that, and of course the first thing was about loving yourself, which couldn't be more perfect. I speak on that so much because I've had to learn to do this stuff on my own with no help through research. I don't want to say no help because I've had my spirit team, my guides, I've had God, my prayers, so it's not by myself. But when I say by myself, I mean on the 3D realm. I've had myself and my daughter. So when we do these struggles, sometimes you have to go be on your own so you can figure out what's going on in life and how to heal your own stuff so you're not passing it on to others. And that takes a lot of bravery, a lot of curiosity, a lot of grace and acceptance, self-love, grace, not just my daughter Grace, although it does take a lot of that. So it takes a lot of work, but in doing the work, we have to go through and really look at ourselves and our triggers and the things that set us off, the things that hurt us, the things that make us upset. Because a lot of times these filters are, I don't know how to put it, these filters are things that are triggers from the past, from things that have happened, and we end up pouring that out into the world, and we really don't want to do that. There's enough of that in this world. And good morning, Prince Lover, Sully, 6-star woman, and I couldn't even begin to pronounce the other one. If you're just joining, I do a lot of motivation. I talk about healing. I talk about gratitude, all of the things that are so important in our lives. Welcome, Judith. So anyways, the deck that I'm going to pull from right now is gratitude. And, well, okay. I'm going to pull a few of these. I don't know how long this live is going to last because I have a certain 6-year-old that absolutely is allowed. Okay, Spirit, I get it. So, gratitude is something that I speak about all the time because no matter where we're at in life, if we're still breathing, we have something to be thankful for. It also gives us the ability to focus on things, and even those hard lessons when they seem not so fun, there's something to be thankful for because it's going to make you stronger, it's going to make you happier, it's going to make you healthier, and it's going to build your connections with people, how you view the world, and just how you move in general. Welcome, Zed, and I love London. Welcome. So I have a couple here, but let's start with this one. I like this one. This is not a small voice you hear. The quote is Sonia Sanchez. When your inner voice speaks, this is not a small voice you hear. No one else has an inner compass exactly like yours. And when we follow that intuition and we start to learn to trust that intuition, the doors that open up, the opportunities, all of the things that open up for us is absolutely mind-blowing. Once you start seeing those doors open and seeing others close, you can't focus on those because if they're closing, it's for your protection. So you got to remember, rejection is always God's protection. So Eloise and Nusha, welcome. So tell me what it is you plan to do with your one wild and precious life. That quote is Mary Oliver. Step outside of your routine today. Enjoy the freedom it brings. And I don't know. I don't pull somebody else's energy. That's not how I... If you were getting a personal reading and they're in your energy 110 on the clock, thank you, Spirit, then I would do that. But I'm not somebody who likes to just pull on somebody else's energy. I believe in universal law. And when you start pulling from other people's energy, you create all kinds of struggles for yourself and them. And that's karma that I don't want. If you would like a personal reading, you can look in my bio and I can provide that for you. Good morning, Marnie Lynn. I saw you show up. I think I did. So anyways, really, truly, I just believe in being true to ourselves. And when we start pulling on other people's energies, it can go bad. What you have to think is, no matter what, if you had an argument, sit back and reflect on it. What was the argument about? Were you looking at things differently? I mean, always take your own accountability first, but don't take all of the accountability. Accountability goes where it lies. But you have to understand that if it was an argument and they have fault, everyone has fault in an argument. But when you can look at all of the sides and understand that sometimes it comes from a hurt place and their own unhealed stuff, learn to accept it as that, and try to find your part, whatever your part might be, and work on that. And as you do that, if it's somebody that you truly love and truly loves you, they're going to see you doing that, and you're going to help them take those steps to heal those things. And I think that's a true reminder of how we should look at the world around us no matter what. Hurt people, and even if you're not hurt, there's gonna be arguments and disagreements. It's how you find a way to deal with them and find a compromise that makes you happy, that's not going to hurt your morals and your ethics, but allows them the opportunity to recognize what they have going on too. So, just my opinion. If there was an argument and it really was an argument and you had to take space from it, sit and think about it and really, really get to the bottom of it. Because when you can fix that core, the core issue, that's when things really get done. Oh my Lord, it's spring break. I'm looking over and my whole place is trash. She's got every toy on the planet on the kitchen floor right now. I have to laugh because I know I'm going to have to clean that. But, oh, I love children. We all love children. It's so funny. Okay, so no matter how much falls on us, we keep plowing ahead. That's the only way to keep the roads clear. That quote's by Greg Kincaid. Think of a time recently when you have pushed on, be it through exhaustion or obstacles. Find contentment in your strength. So, I love that. That's something to be thankful for. And that's something I'm a professional at, to be honest. There have been times in my life where I've had to belly crawl. Didn't think I was going to make it. And the only thing I knew how to do was keep moving forward. And that's something to be proud of. Sometimes you don't think that. But once you get past that point and you go from a belly crawl to a four-legged crawl to a kneel to a crouch, like every little step takes you farther. And as you're doing that, sometimes you have to take it a little slower there because you have to see the lessons so you don't go through them again. And that's a big thing. Once you get to that point, you had to crawl for that moment because you are still moving forward, but it gave you the time to see the lessons. And when sometimes they're really hard to see through that pain. So just understand that if there's movement, if you're still breathing, that these steps are there, and the opportunity to see it, recognize it, learn from it, and overcome it is absolutely a possibility. And when you become grateful for that, and it may take a little while, you may have to say thank you for the lesson when you don't want to say thank you for the lesson. You may have to say thank you for the lesson while you're still smack in the middle of it, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. So, but if you say thank you for the lesson, you start saying those things, you're speaking it into the universe, and the universe will actually enlighten you and allow you to see what that lesson actually is. So, and always ask, please show me the lesson. Please show me what it is that I need to learn so I can overcome this. And the universe will definitely show you. And as long as you're being thankful for what you have and the opportunity to see the lesson, it means you're still alive, you're still breathing, and there's an opportunity to do better. Always there's an opportunity to do better. Don't beat yourself up if you screw up. Don't beat yourself up if something doesn't go perfectly right. But reflect on it. Always reflect and just do the best you can. Okay. So we got a few of them today, so I'm going to do these. And like I said, I can't promise how long this is going to last. We're going to do it. We're going with what we got, and we're rolling with it. So we are all more blind to what we have than what we have not. and that's Audre Lorde. And that's what I was just speaking about. It's kind of funny. I like when the confirmation's there, and I didn't even know it. Take a few moments to note a gift or opportunity that you have been ignoring or taking for granted, and give thanks to them from your heart. So, when I say we're being thankful for what we have, so I have a Facebook and a Facebook group that I created to help small businesses, people that have their passions and stuff, to post on things that they create. Like I make my teas. I make a whole bunch of different teas that are all natural, locally sourced herbs from very reputable companies, because I don't have the space to grow my own. But if I did, I would. I make tinctures. They come in smaller jars, but as I make them, it's easy for storage like this. I have immune boosting ones. I have digestive health tinctures. I have stress relief tinctures. These are things that I do and I create through a lot of research and a lot of knowledge that I like to share. And on that group, you can go there, and if you create your own stuff, I say, please join, invite your friends, post your things. I want to boost us all together. And if there's any way that I can help others along the way, I don't have much to give, but I give what I can, and I give it with no expectations. So even when I'm sharing my things, I'm called to share them, but there's never an obligation. That's why I never ask anybody, I don't know what they are, like the roses or the gifts or the things. All the things that I have or that I give here, I give whether you like it, share it, so any of those things. I do it because I'm called to do it, and because I was always that person that slipped through the cracks. I was always that person that needed help or struggled or whatever, and they'd be like, yeah, we'll help you, and then I slipped through the cracks, and I got to figure it out on my own. I've been through that struggle 1,000 times, and finding it along the way and figuring out how to overcome that has become my actual, I've mastered that, to say the least. And I've done that through being grateful and recognizing that as long as I'm doing what my heart is saying is right, and trying to share and help others with what I have, God's always going to provide for me. And that's been proven time and time again, no matter what. God, the universe, call it what you want. I don't get into religious arguments because I follow universal law. And yes, I believe in God. I believe in the universe. And I believe whatever the higher force is. Sorry, my daughter's wild today. Whatever you want to call that higher power, we all know it exists. And we all know that it's trying to work in our favor. And when we can change our mindset and our thought process from all the programming that teaches us we have to do all this and all that, and nothing's going to work out, and all those negative things that makes us not good enough or makes us struggle, when we can get out of that mindset, we truly have an opportunity to change our own world. And in changing our own world, we're changing the world around us, which creates huge ripples. So what I'm saying with that is, no matter what's going on, find a moment to be grateful. Find a moment that anxiety comes into your brain, or that stress, or the worry about what's going on in an hour. Who gives a shit? Really, honestly, let's not think about that, because here, right now, in this moment, we're safe, we're healthy, we're happy, we have everything we need. And we're going to be okay. So, oh, here she comes. We'll see how long this lasts. So, I have loved the stars too truly to be fearful of the night. That one is Sarah Williams. Here
Mommy,
comes
can I have
the
my
wild
kitty
one.
cat, please?
You have your kitty cat. Okay, go sit down.
Can I
Go
have
watch
her?
it go. Go clean up those toys, you wild ass.
Yeah.
I can't even believe you got that mess there. Okay, sit down. So, send compassionate energy toward a person who has hurt you in the past. Your wounds are the greatest points of growth. And there comes a time in our life where sometimes we can't see that through our own pain. But we have to remember that hurt people. And when we're struggling to figure out our own selves, we have to remember that we don't, 121 on the clock, thank you, Spirit. We're not the only ones going through things. Everyone has their own struggle, their own thing that they're trying to figure out. And when we come to that conclusion, it's a little easier to see the other side of the coin. Always we need to protect ourselves first, but that just goes with filling our own cup and finding what we're passionate about. That's why I was speaking about my teas and my tinctures. Those are things that I put a lot of research and a lot of knowledge into, and something that I really truly try to share with the world along the way. So welcome C and KCG and P for paranoid. Welcome. 122 on the clock. Thank you, Spirit. Enjoy the little things, for one day you may look back and realize they were the big things. What little things happened today that you can be grateful for? How and why did they impact your day? This reflection is something that's such a huge thing, and it's about getting curious. It's not about reflecting to beat yourself up or question how you did something, or if you did something wrong. And even if you didn't do something the way you think would be your optimal way to do it, then if you don't think it was your optimal way, why? What could you do better next time? It's not about beating yourself up. It's about getting curious about how it made you feel, why it made you feel that way. That's, every time you do that, you're doing a form of shadow work that you don't even know. And eventually, when you start peeling that back, you get to the core issue, what it is. And 123 on the clock. Thank you, Spirit. I love when the confirmation. That's progression, right? And it's not about fixing everything in a day. The healing journey is something that we go on, and we start from sometimes just being shattered and losing everything and having nothing and having to rebuild from absolutely zip. But we're still breathing, so that means it's possible. And for those that know me and those that don't, you can go back and look at my stories and look at all my things, and you can see my journey along the way.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, yes. Look at your dirty face. Go wash your chocolate face. Look at your face.
Help me.
No, go clean your face.
Yes.
No, go wipe your chocolate face.
Yes, help me.
So, I warned everybody, it's spring break, so we'll have wild chat. Yes, baby, I love you. Okay, go sit down. Go clean your mess a little bit. You're making my eye twitch already.
I can't. I want to clean it all.
Hey, take it easy. That's not nice. Okay, so there will be a little distraction today. Part of the Mercury retrograde and all those things. That also, if you feel your tension's getting higher or you're a little more agitated, that's just the planetary situation, and that's okay. It's bringing up things for you to reflect on and things that will help you in the future, which is a huge, huge thing. When we can get to that point and see what those are and start recognizing them, it's allowing us to move forward to our next cycles with obviously more knowledge. Even when we get agitated, knowing that we have a center to come back to, that we can ground ourselves and come back to our alignment and our place of peace. And sometimes that's really hard to do. So when we can recognize that, when things are starting to get a little out of whack or anxious or off kilter, knowing where and how to bring ourselves back to that is a pretty exciting thing. So welcome, Jade and Perfect Celebrity. Okay, and welcome, SJ. So the patience is in the living. Today, just remember, the moment between waves is an opportunity to notice exactly where you are. And if we don't notice how far we've come along the way and take that time to celebrate those moments and see where we've come and reflect on that, we really miss out on the ability to recognize all of the great things we've been doing. I know sometimes I'm a little distracted because my child is wild, but it's also, there's Mercury retrograde. There's, times when it's hard to speak. I know I speak about this sometimes. I call it trauma brain, and when you get passionate, it doesn't have to be mad or anything. When you get any form of trying to focus on something, or you get distracted, they call it fight or flight mode or survival mode. Your brain goes into that. So trying to focus your brain on what you're trying to put out sometimes gets difficult. And I call that trauma brain. I know there's probably a more medical term for it, but it's something that we have to actively work on. And that's when getting grounded comes really in handy, because you're letting yourself know right now, in this moment, we're safe, we're loved, and we are enough just as we are. Welcome, Colette and Class Badass. Some of the names, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to laugh, but some of the names just make me giggle. Welcome, Millie. What we have once enjoyed deeply, we can never lose. All that we love deeply becomes a part of us. When you lost someone that you loved, what did you gain in their absence? There's so many things. And when you reflect on your relationships, there's always positive. No matter how bad it was, there's always some good things. And when we can stay focused on that, we also help those people heal, because that connection shows them positive lights and allows them to not be so scared to look at their own struggles and not beat themselves up in the struggle. Because I know sometimes when you get lost in the struggle, like, it is a real mission. We put a lot of work into it, and we don't give ourselves enough credit. So when we start doing that, we empower those around us to do the same, and that really creates a ripple effect that you can't even begin to imagine. So we shall not cease from exploration, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time. Reflect on all the homes you've ever had, good or bad, cherished or abandoned. They are the hands that have held you as you made your way. Oh, what is this? You didn't come into this world. You came out of it, like a wave from the ocean. You are not a stranger here. Affirm your animal nature today. Go outside and allow your body to respond to the earth and the sky. Ground yourself. Feel what it's trying to show you. Allow yourself to enjoy it, be thankful for it, and be a part of it. Because we're always one. We're just one drop in the ocean, and collectively we are the ocean. So when we take that moment to recognize that and be grateful for that, we're allowing ourselves a lot of peace, a lot of safety, a lot of love. Noah, welcome. I just want to say, I make really good tea. I drink it every day, so when I sell it, I'm not just selling it without trying it. I drink it every day, and I'm very happy. Hello from, where am I, Kelowna? Vancouver, very cool, welcome. Singers and dancers, dancers and laughers. Laughers? Yes, laughers. Laughers, laughers, loudmouth laughers in the hands of fate. What a pleasure it is that the human body knows how to laugh. Enjoy your own laughter today, and those that bring it into your life. There's always something to laugh about, and no, not laughing at other people. We can find humor in everything. And when we learn to laugh at ourselves a little bit, knowing that none of us are perfect, when we can laugh at our flaws and laugh at our stumbles and laugh at all of the things that we struggle with, find our situations, remember, you already overcame it. Being so serious about it just keeps us in a victim mentality. When we have the ability to laugh at it, we can find connection and really start working with each other. And that moment of laughter is the best medicine. It has been, it always will be. 131 on the clock. Thank you, Spirit. It's a huge thing, and it's a release. it really changes the energy, and it allows us to not focus on negative shit. Like we're constantly programmed to think about negative, and when we can get out of that, even for a small moment, we're giving our nervous system a break. We're letting the universe know that we can find joy even in the hardest struggles. And when you can do that and truly do that, uh, the universe just keeps sending you more things to laugh about, more things to be joyful about, more things to be grateful for. Which is why, like, this gratitude deck, no matter what, every single time I come on here, I'm going to pull from it because, and that's what this one is. I'm going to pull from it because these are just things to reflect on, to remember that even for one moment, if you can take any one of these and in that moment of negativity or struggle, reflect on something like this, to find something to be grateful for, you're already winning. Because not only are you recognizing the negative thought that's come into your head, you're stopping it and you're replacing it with something so good. The universe recognizes that and sees that every single day, and every single second. They see that with your intentions, and truly we're allowing all of these things to create our path of happiness instead of the path of worry, regret, sadness. There's so much of that in the world. So let's let that go and just, I know I'm not one of those people that's like, just be happy, just be happy, just be happy. I'm not. I find a way to find the joy and find the peace and the love no matter what. But when I'm feeling sad, I feel my sadness. I let it happen. When I'm angry, I speak my truth 133 on the clock. Thank you, Spirit. And it's okay to do that. It's just we don't want to sit in it, and we don't want to, out of anger, spew out negative things that are going to hurt other people, because our words are spells. So we've done so much of wishing all this bad stuff, the negative self-talk and all that, wishing all this bad stuff into the world, not even knowing that. But when we take a moment to recognize that we truly are, our words are spells, and we start using it to speak life into people, speak life into this world, stop watching the news, stop watching the negativity, take a breath and look and see, go and see the sunshine. What a beautiful day it is. Look how green the trees are. Like, there's always something to speak love and life into things. And when we can do that more and take those opportunities, we're creating very much positive ripples, and we're lifting the vibration of the whole planet, and we don't even know it. So I want to bring that to you, to always be grateful even when you're in the struggles. I think of wind and her wild ways, the year we had nothing to lose and lost it anyway. Today, try holding on a little less tightly to your expectations for the day. Notice what happens when you loosen your grip. Welcome. Hi, Dunglu. Hi. I'm just going through some gratitude cards. I'll talk a little bit about my teas and my Facebook group and stuff. I'm trying to bring attention to all of this. And how do you say beautiful? How are you today? I'm good. How are you? Look down at your body, whisper, there is no home like you, and thank you. Find a way to give thanks using your body. What small acts of service can you provide for others or to your surroundings? These are the things like this. No matter what little things I have to give, I may not have financial money, I may not have a lot of things, but I have my time, energy, and my loves. And I give it out with no expectations. Even my advice, I give it out with no expectations. God tells me to put it out in the world, and that's what I'm doing, so people can find it and make use of it or not. That's up to them. But no matter what, I'm grateful for the opportunity, and I'm always going to show that. I may not show up every day because I have, life is lifing, and I'm trying to rebuild and find a career that aligns with me and do all of the things and build, make my teas and my tinctures and all of the great things that help keep us all healthy. So along the ways I'm trying to do this, I'm very small funds and small small steps ahead, but it's okay if it's a million little ones. We're going to get there eventually. And I'm grateful every single time I get to do it. So if I miss a few days on here, it's not because I don't care. It's just because life is lifing, and I'm trying to figure out a schedule that works. And I'll work no play, I'll play no work. I'm learning the balance, and that's part of the learning journey. And I've learned to not beat myself up over that, and that's super important. So, decisions are the frequent fabric of our daily design. Meditate on a big life decision that lies in front of you. What if your very ability to grapple with this choice is the true gift? What will you learn from this process? Oh, here we go. Welcome, Gail. Okay, you didn't go wipe your face. You still got chocolate on your face. Say hi. Dirty face. Dirty face. Hi, Gypsy. Okay, careful. You're going to fall off the bed.
Mama,
I know, so go wipe your face. You think everyone wants to see your chocolate face?
Kitchen.
Yeah, what?
Kitchen.
Kitchen?
Kitchen.
What's that?
Kitchen is a little baby bum.
Oh, little baby bum. Okay. Go watch Magic School Bus. I'm almost done, bud.
Oh,
Yeah.
on the different side.
In a minute. Okay. Oh, ouch, you're gonna hurt me. Careful. Oh, Lord. Oh, you're being a faker. So, I gave warning already. It's spring break. We're working with what we got. Because the wild child is home. But 2 weeks is a long time. 2.5 weeks is a long time to not come on here. I miss my people. I miss being able to take the moment to give gratitude, a little motivation, and also I've been feeling the pull. I've been busy doing all kinds of other stuff, but sometimes this moment in time is as good for me as it is for those that show up and get anything out of it. So even in the middle of chaos, this is what I'm learning. In the midst of chaos, there's always a way to find a place in the storm. So it is a little hectic. It's not a peaceful meditation place as much as I would love it to be, but let's be realistic. Life is lifing, and you're going to break your head. So we're working with what we got, and we're going to be grateful along the way. That's all the best I can do. So let's do this last one, and then I'm going to go to self-love, self-care, because you know how to do self-love and self-care
Where's my cat?
on spring break. You know where your cat is. Go sit down. Nope. You're not coming up to trash this section. You've already got the rest of the place trashed. Okay, what do you want to watch? I have to find my daughter a show, so just give me 1 second. What? What show? There's Word Party.
No.
Okay, pick one quickly, or I'm going to turn it off and you'll get nothing. That is how we do this today. 1, 2.
3.
You're going to get 3, all right. That's what you get right now. Okay, sorry. Oh, she's out of control. She's lucky she's cute. If you're a dreamer, come in. If you're a dreamer, a wisher, a liar, a hoper, a prayer, a magic bean buyer, if you're a pretender, come sit by my fire, for we have some flax golden tales to spin. Come in, come in. What stories have you created about yourself? The power to proclaim them or change them is in your hands. This creative power is always within you. The reason it's telling me to speak on that is because there's no one meaner to ourselves than us, truly. We have these thoughts and programs that are built into our brains where we really beat ourselves up because we didn't do something perfectly, or we didn't do something right, or we didn't there's a lesson in everything. And when we stop judging, because would we judge our best friend that way? Would we treat our mom or dad or children, would we treat them like that? No. But to ourselves, we always find a way to beat ourselves up. And I think that truly we need to learn to do better for ourselves and love ourselves. Welcome, KGO. Yeah, I'll do self-care. So yeah, while I'm doing this, also I'm called to talk about. I don't know if y'all have Facebook, but if you do, please go join my group. It's called Creatively Guided. It's a public group. It's not so much of this. It's about myself and other people who create and make things and are, you know, not wanting to sell them as secondhand stuff. We're making these things and creating them, and I believe that people that put that much love and expression into things, um, and quality into things, they need to get their fair price. So go check it out and see if there's something that you like. Invite your friends. If you know somebody that creates stuff, you know, the idea is that we're boosting each other up and showing them the love and helping these small businesses really build what they have. It's a good thing, and it's going to be a big thing. Right now it might be small, but I know and I believe we truly are the power. And when we understand our own authoritative power, our own personal power in life, and learn how to direct it accordingly, we can create massive change in this world. And it may start small, and it may be one small thing at a time, but it starts with knowing and learning and loving ourselves. So it's really important that we take those moments truly. Welcome, a pirate and Crack Suzanne Mario. Sorry if I do not pronounce your names properly. It's not by any way trying to be rude. Respectfully, welcome, Odie. So let's get a couple. Okay, that one. We want a couple self-care. I know I have a couple decks to go through. Okay, one more maybe? Let's do one more. Okay. So we have our self-respect tracks our choices. Every time we act in harmony with our authentic self and our heart, we earn our respect. It is that simple. Every choice matters. Listen to your intuition. You are your own best guide. And sometimes, so I've been called to come on here for a few days. But it's been hectic with my daughter. It's been hectic. Spring break, and I'm trying to have more fun with her and get out. Today's a rainy day, so I really wanted to maximize that time. And 1:44 on the clock. Thank you, Stuart. Maximize that time and use it to help others, but also I like these because I can go back and listen to them also. There's always a message in here for me, at least a message or two. But also my well of love and strength. I love to share that no matter what. So I don't even know how to say your name, but welcome. I'm just going to go with Mole. How about that? So yeah, also I have a YouTube. I think it's linked on my bio. I usually go and I post these lives, the whole thing, because TikTok doesn't allow you to do that, which is kind of weird. But I usually post them on YouTube, and I guess at some point when I get enough followers over there, I'm going to go live. I don't think I have enough followers. I have not tried. Maybe we'll try that today too. I'm not worrying about that. I'm focusing here now. But if there's things that you miss or you think that you might want to go watch it, my YouTube is in my bio here, so you can go and look there. So if you feel burnout setting in, if you feel demoralized and exhausted, it is best for the sake of everyone to withdraw and restore yourself. Walk to your favorite coffee shop for an afternoon pick-me-up, or brew a cup of tea as you take a few minutes to reflect and recharge. And that's so funny. It's true, and I have... Oh, don't do the screaming. We're not doing that today, please. I guess that's time... Nope, it's time me to talk about my teas, which is so funny. So, these are handmade, locally sourced. The lemons and the what did we have? The ginger, all of the extra things I have in there. They're all locally sourced, and the herbs I cannot grow because my place isn't big enough yet. They're ordered from really, really great sources like Star West Botanicals and Frontier Co-op, and there's a couple other, but they're really reputable companies. So I take the time and put it into them. I have these ones. This one's warm up a pie. This one's the honey already added. So I do that with the Helping Hand, which is called the lemon drop when it's the honey added. This helps you when you're sick, when you're getting cold. It's chamomile, lemon, ginger, turmeric, orange, calendula, and chrysanthemum. So if you look, you can look it up. These are all have great healing qualities, and they help soothe and boost your immune system. So business support, what is your business? And if you go to my Facebook page, creatively guided, I have a group, and especially if you have a small business and stuff, I'm really trying to boost each other. I'm not sure what you do, but I'm from Ontario, so I'm in BC right now, but I'm from Ontario, and I'm always about promoting businesses, especially if they're morally and ethically sound, if they're doing good things, and if they're trying to help other people. I will always do my best to promote businesses and give them shout outs and do all of the things that help them show love. So absolutely, if you're doing good things, and especially if you're giving back to community and helping small businesses and really just helping guide people, I'm all about that. So yes, I'm not going to commit to anything because I don't know you yet, and I don't know what your business is, but by all means, please send me some links and some stuff, and I would love to look it up. I'd love to look it up and do a little bit of research. I'm never going to say yes or no on something until I look into it, because truly it's about my ethics, and I've been through some shitty companies, and I've dealt with some really crappy things, and I'm not going to, lay down some crap on somebody, but if I'm gonna die on a sword, I want it to be something that I believe is worthwhile, and I believe that backing, no matter what, is beneficial along the way. So when I say that, it's no judgment, but yes, by all means, please send me the links to your stuff, and I would love to look it up. And if there's anything I can do to help, I believe in working together and boosting each other up, and really, really directing what we have, our energy, our financial energy, our emotional energy, all of it to businesses and companies that are doing good things and that are trying to boost each other. So it's something I'm absolutely focused on, and it's something that I'm working on trying to build also. So please send me the links, and I'm all about looking into it. So yeah, I got a little sidetracked there, sorry, but definitely if those are things that you think I can help with or work together with, I'm all about looking into it. So welcome, Lords and Burhan. Again, if I mispronounce your name, respectfully, it's I don't mean to, and if there's any way that I can fix it or say it properly, please, by all means, work with me, and I will do my very best, okay? So, and I'm sorry, the weather is changing, so I'm all yucky, sniffles and all that, but when God says to get on here and do what I've been doing and not let any more time pass, we go on, and I always promise you get the good, the bad, the ugly. So we roll with it. So welcome, Mike and Kiara. Self-care is so much more than a beauty regimen or an external thing to do. This is what I've been promoting this whole time. It has to start within your heart to know what you need to navigate your life. A pedicure doesn't last, but meditating every day does. And I'm going to tell you, I'm still one of those that struggle with meditation, the sitting still and getting quiet. I have a 6-year-old, and life is lifing. I'm trying to build my career, figure out what I'm going to do in life, continue learning and building. I'm trying to do a million things at once, which most of us are. And I'm also trying to learn the balance between work and play. So me and meditation don't get along. But 151 on the clock. I know, Spirit. I know. I'm sorry. But I find other ways to do it. It's not always so much about sitting still. It's about quieting your mind. So a lot of times, like we're cleaning our house, we're doing dishes, we find a way to go on autopilot and shut our kind of brain down and let it wander. It's about that. And sometimes whether it's dancing or going for a walk or sitting by a tree, it's not always going to be sitting in meditation like this. I'm just saying, don't beat yourself up if you struggle with it. And me, like literally I do, sometimes I set a timer and do it for 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Like it is a struggle for me and I recognize that. Welcome, Nanto Beko. Lord, I hate trying to do names respectfully. I apologize if I butcher it. It's something I struggle with too. So when I say don't beat yourself up, just little steps, just baby steps, one moment at a time. And celebrate when you do it, when you accomplish it, because that really helps you be accountable and do a little bit better, right? So meditate on what your heart needs in order to grow and be happy and at peace. How can you implement those needs into your daily life? Welcome, Rebecca. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. Whew. I almost sneezed everywhere. I never said it was pretty on here. Okay, so I'm going to pull another one. This deck, I really, I kind of brag it up. And it's all about personal, whatever you feel. A lot of these decks, I could do tarot readings and all that stuff too, but there's enough of those out there, and I respect anybody and their craft and their divination and how they do it, whether it's Bible reading, whether it's card reading, whether it's mediumship, whatever it is. There's no judgment or any of that. They're put there for a reason, and God gave them a calling, and that's exactly what it is. Why are you yelling at me? Be patient with me today, guys. It's spring break, and the focus is sometimes a little off because we're trying to do all that. What? What one is that show? Use your words. The space show? The piggy? Okay. I don't know, but you can watch it. I have no idea. Alright, sorry guys. Welcome, friends. I like that, friends. So this one is Beyond Lemuria, and I brag this one up. Actually, a friend showed this one to me, and the reason I like this one so much is because look at the artwork. The person that created this deck, all the artwork on these cards is their paintings, their own things. So not only I read the book, because when I tell you this deck had a lot of love and care put into it, it's by Izzy Ivy. I'm just a fan. Like, I like to paint and stuff. I don't even think I could, even on my best day, come close to something like this. But when I try to pull them every time I'm on here, because really, the deck in itself has so much motivational, great, wonderful things, and the love and the artistry and truly the care, 155 on the clock, that was put into these. I truly believe that they deserve the respect. So I try to pull only a couple, and welcome Hun and Karabo and Tevin. I try to bottom of the deck, Soul Star Chakra. Okay, so we're merging with the divine, so I'm definitely going to pull that one. But I like to speak on these things, and I like to read them, because when someone puts that much time, effort, and love into something, if you're going to use it, you need to absolutely respect it and show it that care. Absolutely. Thank you, Tevin. So, what was that? Is that the bowl? Pick it up. Sorry, I have my daughter home. It's spring break, so like I said, you get the good, the bad, the ugly, and you're gonna fall on your head. So sometimes it's not quite so simple, but we do the best we can. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I'll do one. Okay, 2 more. I knew you were gonna do that to me. Every time I say 1 more, they're like, you got 2. That is my love. Okay, so. Oh, let's see the bottom of the deck too. Root chakra, yeah. We're all about aligning right now, and that's kind of what I've been feeling, especially with like Mercury retrograde, and is it still Venus retrograde? I've kind of been off a little bit too because of spring break. So, but I'm seeing that a lot of these soul star chakra, third eye chakra, root chakra, communication, co-creation. I'm not going to read them all, but I'm really going to read the soul star chakra. Now look, this is some artwork. It's beautiful. This is why I'm such a fan. Welcome, iRock. Yeah, I remember you. And Josh Dora. I hope you've had a good time away. And I'm gonna do the Star Seeker and the communication, co-creation. Okay. And of course, because of this number 8, my lucky number, third eye chakra. These are the ones we're going to read. Oh, the crystal keys. Why are you going to do this to me? We'll be here all damn day. Alright. I'm trying to be quick with this, but Spirit is, I have a feeling, making me read them all, huh? Okay. Well, we'll see how we do. We're not planning nothing. We're just rolling with it. Welcome, Carrie Keenan. Alright, so we got the root chakra. Ground and center. This is always going to be a huge thing. It's really important no matter what we do. If we can't get grounded, that's when we find ourselves really getting anxious and going back into survival mode. Grounding is coming back to ourselves, going out in nature and really allowing the universe to settle us in ourselves and find that space where we become unfuckwithable. And that's really important in this world. So this one's ground and center. The image speaks of fighting home within yourself, a sense of deep inner peace and a strong sense of grounding and being centered. Here you can be released from the grips of survival into a place of thriving. There is trust, connection to community, and you can rely on others and joyfully understand your responsibilities in turn. You are held and have strong foundations for all aspects of life. With your guard down, you have the tools to ride the waves if you need. Everything is okay. Spend time in nature. Sit or stand barefoot in nature and feel your roots merging with the earth. Beneath you, consider your founding beliefs. Hold on, I have to do a puzzle before it kicks me off here. Oh, I got it right. So funny. Consider your founding beliefs. If they no longer serve you, it may be time to reconsider your priorities or the foundations you live your life by. Be aware of any recurring patterns that may be holding you back. And then I saw, where's the other one? It's the third eye. One more. Sorry, I'm just doing the chakra ones because we're talking a lot about alignment. Dashcam Diva, I love that name. Paige, Lisa, welcome. 7, 8. These are a little shorter, so I can read a few more of them, but it's also because we're so focused on getting grounded and coming into alignment that for self, and it's really important, and these seem to be the ones that are really important. So when I can do these ones, they're a little shorter, but they also give us an idea to reflect, to go back and be thankful. Hi, Ava. Hi, Lisa. Manji, welcome. So we have third eye chakra. Connect with your third eye and transcend what you understand with your mind. Discover a deeper inner knowing through the interconnected web of all this and has been. You can tune into this wisdom at will, as and when you wish to. The wisdom is ancient yet pioneering. It is the creator of the free will we choose to weave from moment to moment. Be observant, witness, allow the transcendence of duality without judgment. Be mindful, listen, and allow your unfurling intuition to unravel the paradoxes of reality. Examine limiting ideas. Listen more. Balance the left hemisphere's logical and analytical thinking with inner guidance and deeper wisdom. Take note of any thought patterns that may be holding you from your fullest potential through the mind-based fear of past experiences. Again, it's about grounding and coming back to center. And a lot of times the root chakra is about our safety and security. So when that becomes out of alignment, it really, really quickly can take you all over the place into survival mode and all kinds of craziness that we really don't need to be killing ourselves with. So welcome Irene and Fabian. Then we have the soul star chakra. That's why I'm saying when I see a lot of the chakras coming out, it means that, especially with Mercury retrograde and which one is it? I just said it too. I think it's Venus retrograde. I'm not sure if that one's over, but I'm pretty sure they're still going on. And even still, if they're gone, the effects of them, for a couple of weeks there, before and after. So, it's about understanding. 2:02 on the clock. Thank you, Spirit. It's about understanding when all the anxiety and the distraction and all those things come into play. It's about understanding where you can come back to yourself and find yourself and get grounded. So, Pharaoh Bike. So I'm gonna butcher these names. I'm so sorry. Sanga. Welcome. I do personal readings. Which you can find the links and stuff for in my bios. Otherwise, I really try not to pull other people's energy. I believe we all keep our energies to ourselves, and I just like to respect personal boundaries. So I'll do collective readings sometimes if asked when I'm not doing my motivation and these kind of things. But otherwise, personal readings, I like to do more one-on-one because I believe pulling that energy is a personal thing, and I try to do that respectfully. So, welcome, Cassie. So this one is the Soul Star chakra. I can, but it depends on what it is, if it's important, and if Spirit calls me to answer. It always depends on what the question is and if Spirit says do it or not do it. So we'll see. I can't promise anything. This image captures the merging of time beyond space and kaleidoscopic wisdom that penetrates our being. We have lived in many worlds, all interconnected. They uphold the lessons they carry as messages of transformation. Their synergy creates the expansion of the universe. Gaze into the place where the light between our stardust can become anything, and collective evolution is a part of a grander story. When we simply let go, we become all that we have been seeking and glimpse the greater dream. Remember that you are an infinite being, the ability to expand your awareness beyond space and time. Consider that paradigms outside this physical reality may be unfathomable until we raise our vibration and can think outside the mind. Meditate on the idea that everything that ever was and ever will be is happening simultaneously, right now, across multiple dimensions. Karma, or what can be implemented or cleared for your optimal progress or toward ascension. So remember, we're always clearing karma or accepting more, creating more karma. Does who love you? I really don't like doing these ones because I'm not going to pull somebody else's energy. But also, if you have to question it, that's something that you need to kind of go back. I struggle with this too because I had to learn something the hard way. The whole having to question means there's a communication issue. And when there becomes a communication issue, you question yourself and your worth and all of those things. And when sometimes that's our own projection and our own struggle, but truly at the end of the day, it's usually a communication issue. And if you have to question it, That means you're questioning your worth. Don't question your worth ever. I don't care who they are. No matter how somebody treats you, you're enough always. Okay, no matter what stage of the planet, what stage you're healing, where you are at in life, you're always going to be worthy. You're going to be enough just as you are. When you're changing and evolving, that's what we do in life. That's us competing with ourselves, and we're not. There's no competition between anybody. But if you feel like you have to struggle for something, then you have to question: is it worth it? Is it worth how I'm feeling? Is it worth all these things? So when I say these things, I'm not saying, I can't say whether someone loves you or not. And when I pull cards on it, then you're giving into that question, and it creates this expectation in your mind. We can't. The journey is the journey, and there's a lesson no matter what. But sometimes, if you have to question it, maybe that means that you need to have a conversation with that person and let them know where you're at, how you're feeling, and if they're not feeling the same way, then you make the decision on where to go. But it's going to be about communication, and if you're not having the strength or the ability to communicate in a healthy way, then before you get to that question, really sit back and think about it and question yourself and say, why am I feeling this way? Is this my own struggle? Is this my own distrust? Is this my own pattern from past relationships? Like, really sit there and think about it. And then if there's something that's really still questioning, have that conversation. Give him an opportunity, or her, give that person an opportunity to speak, to tell you how they feel, to share their side, their view. And when you can do that, then you can find compromise, or you can both see what each other needs. If you don't allow each person that opportunity, you're cutting it off before it's even started. So I don't want to give you that answer because, one, Spirit told me not to, and they told me not to because that's part of our learning journey, and getting into somebody else's energy without their permission is not ever going to be okay in the universe. It's not something we should be doing. So also on that, like, if you get a personal reading and they're in your energy and they come up, then that's a whole different thing. We're not tuning into their energy. They are on your energy, and that's what's coming up. And you've requested that. But when it's just pulling on this person's energy, that person's energy, because someone's requesting it, that's like peeking in your windows, right? And reflectively, I don't want to do that. I don't like people doing that to me, and I wouldn't do that to somebody else. And the universe truly, they have laws about that, right? And when you're pulling on someone else's energy, you're creating a chain and creating a cord, right? That now tethers you to them. And I don't know, Jessica. Will you get into your dreams? Go ahead. You want? Okay, I'll pull one on that. And I'm only going to pull one on that because that's not somebody else's energy. That's specifically your own. And Spirit said, okay. So, let me see. I want to make sure I'm all up right here. Alright. Will Jessica get into her dream school? Okay. What is your dream school? Yeah. Okay. Well, Jessica, we have two things. And it depends on where you're McMaster. Is that university? I forget what their school. Business school, maybe? I can't remember. It's been a long time. So, it's really going to be about how much effort you put in and putting in the effort and then releasing the expectation. So if you're hinging your whole life on it and you're putting your whole dreams, your whole everything on it, then it's going to be a no, right? Because you're pushing it away. But if you say, yes, this is something that I want, and that's why I pulled a couple cards, because I had to ask my questions properly. When you are saying, I need, you're pushing it away. Okay, you're absolutely throwing it away. You're just pushing it back. But when you say, like, this is something that I would love to do, this is something that I want, I truly want, then you become more of a maybe. Oh, pardon me, more of the maybe. Okay, which is the possibility becomes. But when you say, this is how, when you release that specific school and you say, this is what I love to do, this is my goal, this is what I'm learning about, universe, please send to me, show me the path, allow me the path, then it becomes a yes, okay? This is something that you want, so you're going to claim it so. And you can say McMaster specifically, or you can really truly say, because maybe McMaster is not where you're going to learn the best. Maybe it's not going to give you the actual experience that you truly need for that. So what I'm trying to say is, instead of focusing on that one school and saying, this is my be-all, end-all, and saying, universe, this is 212 on the clock. And that's how my messages come to me. And that's the reason why. So if McMaster is where you're meant to be, you're going to end up there. Okay, but if McMaster is just where you're trying to force it and not understanding that what you're learning and growing and trying to put back out in the world is going to come from a different place, and it's going to be far greater than what you're expecting, you allow the universe to bring it into you. But as soon as you say, this is what I want, this is how I got to get there, blah, 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 you're narrowing the universe, and you're not allowing it to create that web that's going to bring it into you. So if you keep saying, this is my be-all, end-all, it's going to be a no, because you're not allowing the universe to show you truly all of the different ways, all of the different paths, because it doesn't have to be a narrow path. You're going to go here and over here and over here, and it's going to cross, and where it crosses is where your X marks the spot, right? So just understand what it is you're trying to accomplish, release the exact thing, and say, universe, if this is where I'm meant to be, I know you're going to send it my way, and you're going to bring it into me. And that's when your foundations and your abilities, and that's where your yes start coming in. And all those yeses are going to open up and truly create a space where you're going to see, man, maybe that wasn't the right school. And this was absolutely the perfect school to give me everything that I needed. So focus more on what it is you're trying to do and what you want your end result to be. And when you say, this is what I want my end result to be, universe, I'm opening it up to you. You're going to put in your legwork, what you can do, and give the rest to God, right? And when you do that, you allow the universe to truly show you all the things that are open and possible for you. So don't focus so much on the school. Focus on what it is you're trying to do and what it is you want to do, because I believe that that's probably what you're trying to put out into the world, and that's more what the universe really wants you to focus on. So don't put so much expectation. Focus on what it is that you want, and if McMaster is the right place, then absolutely it's going to show up for you. So welcome, Beth and Sharstar, Maria, Nico. Free TikTok coins. I don't know if that's the name of your that's your name, but love the answer. I hope it helps. Just, I know that I have closed my own pathways off so much because it's like, I need. Well, I'm just scaring it away. We don't chase, okay? We allow it to come to us. And we allow it to come to us when we open up to receive mode. Yes, there's legwork. Yes, we have to put action. But we're balancing our masculine and our feminine. So when it comes to that, if we're more, like I always say, all work, no play, all play, no work. When we get to that thing, that's when we get burnout. That's when we come unbalanced. Are you crying? What's wrong, baby? Did the show make you sad?
No, it's my kitty.
Well, where's your kitty? Well, how can you be sad if it's right beside you? Oh, baby. Sorry, it's spring break and it's a rainy day, so it's rambunctious a little bit. My daughter's a little wild today. But, so anyways, I hope it helped. Just remember, we're not focusing on what must be. We're just letting the universe know what we want as an end result. And allow the universe to weave the path to get us there. That's really the best thing we can do. So, all right. So we got. You're holding your kitty, my silly. Oh, I forgot. Yeah. What do you mean you are? You can't see it in your hands. You can't feel it. Are you losing your mind today? Welcome, little white girl. What number we got? 21. All right, so the ones are a little longer, but they came out, so the universe wants me to say it, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's about sometimes being obedient, even when we try to rush things. We can't rush things. Whatever happens is always going to be in divine timing, and I've learned that the hard way more times than I can count. So, welcome, OTC. So this one is communication co-creation. And I think I was speaking about this just a couple of minutes ago, which is kind of funny. We normally think of information as something that can be written or spoken. But if something is multidimensional, it is almost impossible to share it with words. I feel I have quite a lot of this information in my field now, and yet my intelligence cannot fathom it. Metaphor or song may hint at its vastness, but it is more like a reminder or catalyst that encourages something to stir inside the listener. Art is one way I have sought to share this information. Whatever language you speak, the emotion and message of art and music can be understood. In my healing work, where I feel the energy that comes through hands, there is a sense that my soul and that of the client are in deep conversation. I often feel that I am much more competent at conversation in these realms. My synesthesia allows me to navigate this information in real time rather than having to slow down and translate it into words that feel constricting and dull compared to the vast yet simple nature of what I am looking to express. This is why I paint. A lot of the work I do is the unseen realm, but I understand my part of my whole is to bridge these realities and inspire a wider understanding of what is possible. Thus you may notice unusual looking codes in many of my paintings. I've experienced many visual downloads of luminescent coding that can be simple figures or complex and large enough to step into for an activation or healing transmission. The download experience is extremely blissful, visual, and with a sense of fathoming the unfathomable. When I return to my normal state of being, the information no longer makes sense. People often ask about the codes in my paintings. I ask them to imagine a whole library's worth of information imbued in a single letter, then extending that to encompass a whole sentence. The codes can open us to all that the multidimensional worlds can share. They are portals to the edges of our conceivable realities. I have come to understand the codes are light language and have reveled in meeting the other visionary artists who have painted almost identical light codes. As we evolve our conscious awareness, we start to pick up on information, such as what those around us are about to say or that which the universe is trying to tell us. How are you communicating beyond words? Perhaps you are being misunderstood because there is a dissonance between your words, actions, and behavior and what you mean to communicate. Words are like spells, so be conscious of what you say, as you may be verbally sabotaging your intended meaning. Also, be reminded that words can mean different things to different people. Something may be getting lost in translation. An issue may be cleared through improved communication. Listen carefully to what someone has to say without interruption. Furthermore, it may feel scary to share vulnerable truths, but this may be the only way forward. This card also encourages greater exploration in the realms of telepathy, healing, and the arts such as poetry, painting, and music. where there is collective communication beyond the mind. I'm sorry, Sarah, I don't pull on other people's stuff. And the reason if you have to question if they're still in love with you, then that's something you need to sit with yourself. 221 on the clock. It's not about whether they're in love with you or not. Are they doing things that make you feel worthy and make you feel enough? If they're not, then you need to rethink the relationship. But truly, I don't pull other people's energy. If you would like a personal reading, you can get that in my bio. You can request them. But I don't believe in pulling on other people's energy without their permission. And I'm pretty sure that the universe is not okay with it either. So I'm sorry, but if it's a personal reading and they're in your energy, it's a whole different thing. We're not pulling their energy. They are already in your energy. 222 on the clock. Thank you, Spirit. I believe in staying on that line where we're not invading somebody's personal privacy. It's like peeking in someone's windows without their permission, and I don't agree to do that. If I do a collective reading, the people that come and they're agreeing to it. I do them on request sometimes when I'm not doing the motivation. Welcome, Bernice, but it's not a. It's my own personal truth. I don't believe pulling on somebody else's energy that has not requested it or approved it. I believe it's invading their privacy. If they're on your energy in a personal reading, then by all means, I will. They're in your energy, then they get what they get. But that's because I'm pulling your energy, not theirs. So, yeah, it's just my own personal truth, and it is what it is. That's what I believe, and I have to stand by that. So, other questions? Someone asking me if they were getting into the school of their dreams, those things. I will pull because it's a personal request, and we're not getting into somebody else's personal energy. I'm sorry, but that's who I am, and I'm not going to change that for anybody. So I don't like I wouldn't want someone peeking in the curtains at me without my permission, so I wouldn't do it to somebody else. Welcome. Heart there. I don't know what the name is. Pamela? Oh, there we go. Is it Pamela? Sorry. Welcome, Nikki. So, the next one was crystal keys. Lemurian quartz crystals are special pieces of clear quartz with indented ridges running across them. They are known as seed crystals because they are said to have been found individually buried in sand and earth rather than attached to a larger cluster the way most crystals are. Aware of their oncoming destruction, the Lemurians imbued information about how to avoid a similar catastrophe on crystals and buried them. The ridges on the crystals are believed to be Lemurian inscriptions. These crystals are reappearing now as this knowledge is again relevant. This card is about deciphering wisdom codes. We may wonder how to access information regarding our spiritual growth as we navigate our everyday reality. This wisdom comes through inner paradoxes. When we are truly present, awed, in creative flow, or in a state of surrender, it may come as riddles and in the most unlikely places. Zen Buddhism taps into this using koans, paradoxical statements, and the mind cannot fathom to bypass traditional understanding and allow spiritual epiphany and a deeper knowledge of the soul to surface. Key wisdom codes can come to us when we are triggered. They are accessible in those moments when everything becomes more emotional, dramatic, or painful than it needs to be. No screaming, Grace. No, that's not nice. Here, when light shines on our shadow, we are graced with significant insight into places we can grow and evolve from. Although it might take courage and a healthy dose of self-awareness to embrace the wisdom of those moments, it's amazing how much energy, freedom, and expansion comes as a result of deciphering these bubbles of information, tailored especially for us. Sometimes insight is so perfectly constructed within a scenario that it gets right to our most tender spots for the perfect healing. These are potent codes, as all personal power struggles and ego problems affect the bigger picture of how the world operates. Grace, our shadows are Miss Grace. That's not nice. Sorry. Our shadows are unresolved wisdom codes. Avoidance makes them spiral out to aid in the construction of a world we don't actually want, both individually and collectively. When we see this information as the gift that it is, we can cultivate presence and begin to see between the lines of our inner workings. The world needs as much light as possible, so we do not have a repeat of what happened in Lemuria. Let's allow ourselves to see our shadows as an opportunity to bring more light into our being and heal the world from these dark foundations. Be inspired to find the wisdom hidden in those times when you feel triggered. There is so much information within our raw and intense reactions that when you choose to be present with what is coming up and peel back the layers, great spiritual insight will unveil itself in a way tailored just for you. If we could all learn to see our triggers in the bigger picture, so much confrontation and upset would be lessened, power struggles and fear would diminish, and we would see greater compassion across the planet. Perspective and misunderstanding would shift, and the way people want to be loved would be experienced without distortion. These are the seeds for peace on earth. Alright. Welcome, Scottish Ginger. And then we have 46 stars here. These might take a little longer, but there's so much information in them. I have to read them just because the respect has to go where the respect is due. And I'm a firm believer in that. So, sorry. Like, look at the artistry on these. The maker of these cards, these are all their paintings, and they're beautiful. Like, the amount of care and love put into these, I'm a fan. I'm an absolute fan. Sorry, I gotta hold it in this hand. Okay, so we got Starseer. Have you ever headed toward a specific destination, but instead of being where you ended up, the journey was the catalyst for getting you where you were meant to go? Have you ever felt the universe was conspiring against you and nothing seemed to be working out as planned, but then everything came together in a way that was so perfect? This card is about the journey not going as planned, but the outcome being better than you ever thought possible. When we set our dreams and intentions, internal or external shifts may need to occur before we start to see results. Oh my Lord, Grace. Outdated doors may need to close. Ideas that are holding you back may need to transform. Life's winding roads may make it seem as though you are off the path, despite how right your decisions may feel. Trust and know, Miss Grace, don't do that. Trust and know that your higher self may have bigger plans for you. There may be some adventures on the way, or not. The road you take depends on how ready you are and the distance between your current life and one you are dreaming into being. This card depicts intuition as a goddess. She is lifting you out of the clouds of confusion and mind noise and showing you the clear way forward. She is your higher self and can see your great potential. Trust your instincts and have faith in your dream. You are already on your way. Welcome, Mama Trey. I didn't see the other one. Fiercer or something. I'm sorry. I try to catch them, but I'm reading and then I get sidetracked. Fiercer, wiser, bolder. I knew I love your name. I saw it for a second, but I didn't want to butcher it. Hi, how are you? And I absolutely love your name. It's beautiful. 2.0. And the definitory meaning of this card. Keep believing in yourself. Trust in your dreams enough to let the serendipities unfold. Let go enough to allow space for unexpected opportunities. Even when the route is not as direct as you imagined, listen to your intuition and know you have got this. Listen, every time we've overcome a struggle, every time we have made it through, we conquered it. And when you conquer that, you're a master. You're a master of your own life. And once we start looking at all those things that we have conquered and overcome, celebrating those and understanding what we've learned, the strength, the resilience, the resourcefulness, all of the things that we have absolutely learned from this along the way, we become to understand we are absolutely masters. Please unfold the truth. Does my man... Okay, so I'm going to say to you, just like I say to everybody, thank you for the roses. That's sweet. I don't get into somebody else's energy. If you have to question if someone loves you, then that's a conversation that you need to... you really need to sit down and think, hold on, baby, nope. You have to, first of all, ask yourself why are you feeling that you have to question that. So that's something that you have to do inner work for. You can, if you hit the link in my bio, you can request it there. It's all listed there. I don't do personal readings on here unless I'm doing a collective reading. Right now I'm just doing some motivation and love, talking about my teas and my creations and my Facebook group. That you can do that. If you go to the link in my bio, you can request them and I will absolutely do a reading for you.
Mommy, are we going to go?
Welcome, Alicia. Say hi, Alicia, with my dirty chocolate face. Victor. Hi, Gracie Grace, she says. Okay, stop. No, don't behave like that. I know you're getting feisty. It's a rainy day, but no. Hey, you're not listening nicely right now, and I'm going to turn your cartoon off, and I'm going to make you go clean your toys right now. Do you want to clean all that mess that you made?
No.
No? So go sit down. Sit with your cat. No, dude. Not with your cat? Oh, no, don't behave like that. So, yes, it's still spring break, and we're doing the good, the bad, the ugly. So, I'm trying to do a little bit of motivation in between fighting with my daughter. So, we work with what we got. It is what it is. The focus and all that, that's why today is a motivational... I do a lot of motivation and speaking about that kind of stuff. Gratitude, self-care. Because that's part of my healing journey. You can get a reading if you go to the link in my bio. I do them by request. You can request them there. Otherwise, I think you have my PayPal and e-transfer for Canadians. I know you don't really do e-transfer in the U.S., but all that information is in my bio. I truly don't... do a lot of readings here because I speak a lot on motivation on here. Sometimes I'll come and do collective readings if I'm asked to do it, but it's very rare that I do it unless I'm coming on for the sole purpose of doing personal readings. A lot of times what I do when I'm coming on here is motivation, self-care, gratitude, strength, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. That's the progression that I am moving forward. So, yeah, if you would like one, by all means request it, and I can send videos or I can do live readings, but the donation and all that information is in the link there, in my bio, so... And it's a little, I'm not gonna lie, look at that. A personal issue reaches resolution. So, I don't know what your reading's about, but that was the first one that came out. So, I'm gonna guess that wherever you're at in life, whatever's going on, you're coming to a point where it's gonna reach a resolution. And emotions are running high. And that's the super moon, which is also... find your words. Sorry, my brain. Today is. Yes, this is my daughter. Crazy. Usually, okay, stop. You're not behaving nicely right now. I love you very much, but you're not letting me do this.
I definitely saw you.
Yeah, I'm not going to put on a different show because you're not even listening. So, if you want me to do nice things for you, you need to be respectful for me, right? That's how we work on this. So anyways, the emotions are running high. I don't even know if you're still here, Victor, but emotions are running high is a good luck card. No, see, you're again not being nice and you're being pushy, and I don't like it. Your kitty's over there. clean your mess. If you're going to be moody like this, it's going to be timeout time, and you're not going to like it. Anyways, emotions are running high is a positive card. So it is in your hands 100%. But if you sit back and think about it and really focus on all of the aspects and try to always see a different perspective and open yourself up to those kind of things, the luck is on your side. It is definitely going to be go in your favor, but it depends on your actions, what you take, and how you reflect on it and open yourself up to it. Apparently I was called to give you that answer, so if you're still here, I hope you are. That came to me just for you, so that's not a specific reading, but that might be helping you with whatever the question was. And nothing is yet set in stone, which just confirms what I was saying. It depends on your action. It depends on how you view things, your ability to look at all sides of the coin, and be open to all of those things. So it's up to you, right? Whatever it is that you're thinking about a reading or wanting to know about, that, that's how that goes. So, hi, Lacey. Now I'm gonna do, and that collectively can be for all of us. Luck is on your side. So really, with Mercury retrograde, and sometimes some sneaky things actually become beneficial in Mercury retrograde. Although things get all out of control and out of whack, and emotions get high, just like my daughter. There's always an opportunity for miracles, and there's miracles every single day. But when we take ourselves out of expectations and try to see all of the sides and be grateful for where we're at, no matter where we are in life, that's when the luck seems to be on your side, and it's going to show up in so many different ways. So give me one more. Yeah, thank you. Your hard work is paying off. So I think that one was for me, because we're always working on something. Not just for me, it's for everybody, but we're always working on something, and we're learning to find the balance. My Lord, this child is still spring breaks. My place is trash right now. But God told me to get my butt on here and do this. So it's a rainy day, and we just have to roll with it. It is what it is. New moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. So at the end of the day, no matter what it is, if you put that effort in, the world's really gonna weave its web and show you truly luck is on your side. If you're putting in the work, really putting in the work and not overworking yourself and finding the balance, the ability to do that and have a really, really wonderful outcome is on the good side. So yeah, we'll do one more. Sorry, my daughter's getting really, really wild. So hi, Minnie, welcome. One last one here, and then I'm gonna believe in the impossible. So no matter what's happening in our life, and when we start going inward and looking at all of the things going on in life and reflecting, we also get to be grateful and see all the miracles that are around. You're holding nope.
Let's go for a walk.
We can't go for a walk. It's raining out, and I'm almost done. We'll go for a walk in a little bit. Sorry.
Can we go for a walk?
Well, we're not gonna go anywhere if you continue to behave like you're behaving.
Can we go to the store?
No.
Okay. The park?
Maybe we'll talk about it. It's raining.
What?
Grace. One.
We can't go in.
You go clean your mess, and we'll talk about going anywhere. Until you do that, we're not doing anything. Oh, I know you don't want to go anywhere because that means cleaning your mess. I love you. All right. So, my daughter's being cranky, and it's spring break, so I've been on here, and I haven't been on here because of spring break, because I've been trying to be really focus on her and spend a lot of time. But she also gets very jealous and doesn't allow me to have a moment to get stuff done. But I was missing the collective. I was missing this space, and I was needing this for my own self, my own ability to sit with spirit and have these conversations. And 111. Huh. Wish come true. Fortune, patience, flow, self-discovery, manifestation, new beginnings, initiative. A lucky break is on the way. This could manifest as joyful news, transformative experiences, new opportunities, or an exciting new relationship. You'll find yourself in the right place at the perfect time. This isn't mere coincidence, it's a gift from fate. Embrace this blessing and be open to the wonderful changes it will bring into your life. I love when that happens. Thank you, Spirit. So, yeah, part of this is a little stressful because my daughter's frustrated, and Mercury and Venus retrograde, all of the things create anxieties, technology not working properly, struggles here, struggles there. When we get into all that, we can really focus on that, which then manifests more of it and makes it a little bit harder. Welcome. Thank you. Makoso? Is that how you say it? If I butcher your name, respectfully, I don't mean to, and I'll do my very best. Welcome, Dee Dee. Miss Grace. So, anyways, with all the confusion and anxiety, right now I had to come here too, because as I was struggling to find my center and ground myself sometimes, I recognize that some people might be struggling with that also. So as I come on here with some motivation, some self-love, self-care, gratitude, because 242 on the clock, thank you, Spirit. No matter what, gratitude is a huge part of our lives, no matter where we're at. If we're breathing, we have something to be grateful for, period. And sometimes that might be all you think you have, but when you start listing and you start with I'm breathing, I'm alive, I have an opportunity to do better, to see things different, all of these things, you realize that the list of gratitude really gets very quite long. And, you know, you can't be anxious or worried or in fear or in survival mode when you're in gratitude mode. So that is a huge difference and can really, really make some changes. And the fact that when you have the ability to recognize the negativity immediately and switch it up with gratitude and switch it up with positive affirmations, all of those things, you're double timing this. Okay, not only are you reprogramming your mind on your own, you are recognizing it and you're switching it. So the reprogramming is the first thing is recognizing. The second is replacing it with a positive thing and gratitude, and that allows the universe to keep giving you more things to be grateful for. So, Miss Grace, you have till the count of 3, and then it's going to be corner time. Don't at me. Pick them toys up, or we're not going anywhere. Well, then you won't go anywhere. So, anyways, just go sit down. Pick up your toys or sit down. Those are your options. You're pushing it too far, my buddy. Don't care. I love you, but I'm not putting up with that crap. Spring break or not, figure it out. Make your decision how you want this day to go. Okay, so Spirit, can we get a couple of positive ones? You know I love my angel numbers, so give me a couple that I can share. Okay, share with these lovely people that are popping in and out and need a little bit of love. Maybe one for my lovely, lovely emotional daughter right now too. You need mama love, okay, baby. Okay, come give me a hug. No matter what. I don't care if you're frustrated. Give me that love. Ooh.
I need my cat.
Okay, get your cat, baby. Is that better? Is that better? Are you gonna make it? Okay. All right, let me get. Okay, bottom of the deck, and give me one more. I'm gonna shuffle 2 more times. One. I like it. That was a half shuffle, so I did 2.5 times. Okay, so bottom of the deck, we got 21, 21, energy levels. Prosperity, harmony, journey, patience, discipline, focus, trust, relationships. Um, the day you've been waiting for is on its way. Maintain your discipline as you move closer to your ultimate goal. There's no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy to stay focused. Your efforts will pay off. Remember, it's a climb, not an elevator ride. That's so important. Every step counts, no matter what. Even 246. Now we're taking jumps. I like that, Spirit. 246. How we do the consecutive. Sorry, my legs are falling asleep. Like I said, we're working with what we got, but oh, my foot fell asleep. 246. Instead of baby steps, we're now taking. I would say big girl steps almost, because 1, 2, 3 are small baby steps. 2, 4, 6 means they're doubling in size. So as we're doing this, we're definitely moving up, and we are expanding our strides, which is definitely a good thing. Then we got 666, reflect. Healing, empathy, self-discovery, compassion, awareness, and inner peace. Unexpected changes are on the horizon, challenging your thoughts and feelings. This is a prime opportunity to reassess your identity, embrace a mindset shift, opt for optimism, confidence, and trust. Listening to your intuition and understanding your emotions are key to your growth and evolution. Oh, it's always about shifting the view, shifting the vision. And then we got 999, release. I was just going to talk about that. Balance, financial growth, success, life cycle, karma, transformation, and renewal. Your current circumstances are ending, opening the door to better opportunities. If you're facing significant changes, consider viewing your life as a series of cycles or chapters. Embrace this transition by making room for new experiences and welcoming fresh beginnings into your life. So with all the releasing and endings, we're doing it because we're making room for the new, good, better, more wonderful things coming into our life, right? We're letting go of the old and allowing in the new. And as someone who sometimes struggles with change or gets anxious, even though transition and change, I've become a master of knowing it's coming and struggling and allowing it to unfold with grace and with happiness and with joy and excitement. It's sometimes hard. It's very easy to turn into fear and anxiety. So when you understand that anxiety, fear, and excitement are the same emotion, the same feeling in your body, when you can switch that anxiety and fear into excitement, it's literally a perspective shift. It's nothing but that. And when we get to that point, it's a pretty big deal. That's when the manifested wisdom comes in. I love that. Fulfillment, success, abundance, spiritual growth, and divine support. This message finds you in a time of uncertainty. That's funny. I literally was talking about it. Yet rest assured that you will emerge victorious from any challenges you face. Remember, you possess valuable life experiences and wisdom that can inspire others. Sharing this wisdom will require enthusiasm and effort, but it will make a meaningful impact. And then we have 1616, readjustments, overcoming obstacles, soulmates, romance, affection, support, comfort, renewal, and reconnection. I'm going to have to start wearing my glasses again, I think. Your self-control is strong enough to set things right. A new romantic or platonic friendship is on the horizon, along with the opportunity to reconnect and start anew with someone from your past. Trust that everything will fall into place as you embrace these positive changes. That was pretty good. So, oh yes, I've been on here for a little bit, so I don't want to be on too much longer because my daughter is getting crazy. But again, I'm going to talk about my teas and all of the things that I make. Teas and tinctures, which is your vitamins, but more localized, immune boosting, stress relief. Miss Grace, digestive health tinctures. Somebody's anxious today, and being frustrated. We don't like indoor days. We've been out, and she has had all my attention this entire spring break. So she's starting to get frustrated because I'm not spending it all on her. She has to learn to share, balance. Oh my goodness. Look at your face. Are you going to have her wipe it?
No, I want to have a bath.
You can have a bath when I'm off here. Not until then. Okay, say hi and then bye.
No. Hi.
Hi. Now bye.
Bye.
Move along. Move along. Go sit down, watch your show.
I want a different.
Or you're going to go clean your mess. Those were the options, remember?
I want a different show.
Yeah, what show do you want? Tell me the name, because we're not going to go through this long list of all that crazy stuff. What's the name of the show you want? When you tell me, I'll change it. Until then, nope. Did you hear what I said?
What?
Tell me the show you want, or I'm not changing it. Sorry, we have to have a moment while I get her situated. And I need more tea. That's the tea that I make. I drink it every day. This is my everyday tea, and it is, it's really good. I've been drinking it every day for like months, and it's Baby Melon. It's wonderful. Truly it is. I thought you liked this one with the piggies. That's okay. Baby Melon? Where are you at, Baby Melon? Uh-oh, what happened?
No, this is melon. That's coconut.
That's Cocomelon. That's what Baby Melon is, bud. Nice try, sucker.
Baby melon says baby melon.
No, it doesn't. There is no Baby Melon, weirdo.
Coconut is baby melon.
Yes. Okay, so I only got a couple more to go through, and then I'm going to get off here, but these ones are affirmations, and when I pull these ones, for anyone that actually has been on here or been to any of my lives before, sometimes I talk about my healing journey, 252 on the clock, thank you, Spirit, but it's not just about me, it's about finding ways to come back to yourself, finding ways to be grateful no matter what storm you're in, and finding ways to celebrate ourselves with self-love and gratitude. And sometimes we can't all afford spa days or getting our nails done or any of that. I'm a single mom, jobless, still looking for work, trying to build my business on next to nothing all the time. Small steps, and it doesn't matter. I do what it takes, and if it takes 1,000 small steps, 1,000,000 small steps, I'm going to get there. And a lot of it is my mindset, and I'm constantly working on changing that, which has helped me immensely along the way, or I wouldn't even be here where I am now. So when I do these and I pull these decks and I speak about gratitude and self-love and self-care, it's so important because of how far it's gotten me. It's not something that I think, it's my universal truth. It's what I know has worked for me, and it may not work for everybody. It may not be the thing, but it's something that can help you along the way, or it can spark the question or the ability to look into this avenue or that avenue along the way throughout our path. I'm constantly learning, and along the way I'm going to share it with anyone and everyone, with no expectation, because the fact that I'm alive every single day, the fact that we have a roof over our head, the fact that no matter what happens, God has always provided for me and never let me crash and burn. Even when sometimes when I thought maybe I had, He allowed me to see that I'm breathing, and the opportunity is still there, and every day is a new opportunity. So I'm speaking that. So when these negativities come into our brain, when the negative thoughts, the anxiety, the distraction, all of the things, we can bring ourselves back. We can bring ourselves back to center, and we can trade those negatives for positives, like this one, inner beauty. I open the eyes of my heart and direct my gaze to the light within every being. Personality and physical appearance are in the image of man. Beauty and goodness are in the image of God. Sivanga, welcome. So, yeah, when I do these, I pull a few of these, because even if you remember one of these affirmations, that was a little much. Okay, faith. Okay, I'll take it. Even when if you can switch one time of negativity, one time of anxiousness, get yourself out of survival mode with just remembering one of these affirmations, you're winning, and you're double timing, because you're not only are you helping heal yourself, you're helping change ripples in the planet, raise the vibration, and you're empowering others to do the same. And when we can do that, you may not know it, and they may never tell you. So you have to just understand that everything you're doing has a ripple effect. So we can create a bad or a good ripple effect. And I don't know about you, but I've had many more negative effects. Why would I want more of that? You know, we want to create positivity anywhere we can. Welcome, Sarah. These things that we're doing is if we can exchange one bit of negativity with one of these affirmations. Okay. Positive thinking on the bottom of the deck. Spirit, I love when you confirm me. My life is full of small patches of light. I direct my thoughts to that which brings me well-being. I place what is weighty for me into the hands of the universe. Little by little, the light awakens in my being, and I find serenity. In these moments, no matter how negative, how anxious, how confusing, especially with Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, all of the things that can create all this confusion and anxiety and upset, understanding that, you know, when we place our faith in God, our ability to be grateful for even the smallest of things, for breathing, for having every second of the day the ability to change our thought processes and speak out positivity into the world. When we speak it out, we're manifesting it. We're asking the universe, we're telling the universe, claiming good things, not speaking worry, anxiety, and all that, and lowering that vibration. So, and if we do those things, we're not going to beat ourselves up. We're just going to acknowledge and recognize, hey, this is what happened, and focus a little better and say, how can I change that? And that's kind of what I'm doing here, is showing people that you can change it with simple little things. And if you remember one of them, and if I can, in one moment of inspiration, change your moment from negative thinking, negative thought processes, worry, anxiety, fear, to faith, to something much better, then we're winning. A million small steps at a time. I don't care how many it takes. It's understanding that I've had to start with nothing and have it all taken away time and time again. And every time I've built myself back up, I've come back stronger, happier, better, and obviously with much more wisdom, gratitude, and found more of a balance. Am I at the perfect balance? No, not yet. I'm at the best balance so far, but truly, it's a process. And when we find that balance and we learn that balance, and we stop judging ourselves or beating ourselves up more than anybody else ever would, we allow ourselves to see all the other paths. Welcome, Donald. So this one is faith. I am confident I will achieve my goals. I live in the present. Stop, Grace. I live in the present and have faith in the future. Stop.
Let me go.
Firm. I don't have a hold of you. You're grabbing me. Okay, stop. Yeah, thank you. Okay, go clean your toys, or we're not going to go for a walk.
I don't want to go.
Where you're not going to get to go. So go pick up your toys, please.
Hey, what's this?
Sorry, like I said, it's spring break, so we have to roll with the good, the bad, and the ugly, which I have promised from the beginning. So we're going to try and read this again. She is feisty. I don't know where she got that from. But anyways, no screaming. We're not doing that. You know that makes my eye twitch. Okay. I am confident I will achieve my goals. I live in the present and have faith in the future. I firmly believe in my value within the universe. And that value never changes. I need you to understand that. You're always enough. You're always worthy. And you're always high value. I don't give a shit where you are in your life. Okay. You're worthy every single moment of your life. And don't ever let somebody tell you otherwise. Are you learning, and have you had struggles, and have they been shitty struggles? Have you done shitty things and had to learn from them? Guess what? We all have. and from some extremes to the other. But the bottom line is, where you learn, and no matter where you're at, where you learn and where you overcome, that struggle is the lesson that you're meant to teach the world. And when you have that struggle, and when you've done fucked up things, and you have the ability to be accountable to yourself, to forgive yourself, and to give yourself grace, just like God gives you grace because of Jesus. When you find that moment and you can share that story and you bring light into those shadows, you don't allow that space for it to torment and bully you and shame you into doing things that you wouldn't want to do. So no matter where you're at, you're worthy. You need to understand that. And if you're still alive and you're still showing up, that's because God knows you have a story to tell, and God wants you to absolutely share it for others so they can change it along the way, and kind of help them before they get maybe as far down the path as you did, or show them that those that are as far down the path, that there's still a comeback, there's still a positive, and there's always a way forward. And allow you to be grateful for that. So I don't know why I was called to speak on that so bluntly or whatever, but there's definitely a reason for it. I was called to. So Miss Grace, I'm a bite ya. She's driving me crazy. Okay, say hi quickly, and then I'm almost done. If you keep messing around, what? Are you sliding off the bed?
Yeah, I don't want to say hi again.
You say hi.
No!
Well, then get down. If you don't want to say hi, get down. Pick your popcorn up before I tap that ass. Oh, I don't care. Clean your mess. It's an emotional day. Inside, rainy day, fun times. And if you could see my house right now, she has it trashed. But God said, get my ass on here and get this done. So she's had 100% of my attention. 3:03 on the clock. I get it. She's had all my attention this whole spring break, and God said it's time for me to put a little effort in here. So welcome, Luana. So anyways, we have vitality. I am a being of light. I accept the divine energy in my body, and every one of my cells regenerates. Miss Grace, do you want a timeout? Don't come sucking up to me, and don't come trying to climb up on me. Do you remember boundaries? Do you remember boundaries?
I don't want to.
I don't care. That's not what I asked you. Do you remember boundaries?
No.
Okay. So why are we behaving like this?
Because I don't want any.
You don't want any what?
I don't want my kitty.
You got your kitty. Go give it a hug and sit with it and get rid of the shitty attitude. We don't do shitty attitudes around here.
I don't have it.
So find her. It's probably in that big huge mess you just made in my kitchen. I'm almost done here, thank the Lord. She is wild today, so we're gonna have to go play in the rain or something here shortly because she's missing mama time. So I know you're missing mama time, and we're gonna get some stuff done. But listen, I need you to give me 10 more minutes so I can finish these. If I can finish these, then we can go do things. Okay? I love you very much. You, when you make my eye twitch, I love you. But I need you to work together with me, okay? Okay? I love you. Thank you. We have transformation. I am constantly evolving. I improve inwardly by working on my weaknesses and refining my strengths. Life ensures I'm presented with situations that will help me learn and grow. I am aware of my progress and open my wings to the light. I also want to say on here quickly, my YouTube is linked in my bio, I believe. And a lot of times what happens is people come in or they'll miss the message that was meant for them, come in too late. And because TikTok doesn't allow you to post the whole live on here, I like to repost them on my YouTube. So if there's something that you feel called to, or something you feel like, damn, I just came a little late or whatever, and I know I'm the That's the story of my life sometimes. It feels like a minute too late or whatever. But I upload these on my YouTube. Eventually, when I get enough followers over there, then I will go live over there too. But until then, if you feel called, go follow me on YouTube, and we'll try and get that done too. Okay, so we have acceptance. I accept every step that life presents me without resistance. I try to find out what the universe is trying to teach me so that I can grow. Thus, I advance in freedom on the path of light. These are all affirmations when things are coming into your brain that feel negative or stressful or anxious, especially in the retrogrades and all that. Do your best to replace them with something like this. And it doesn't have to be something so in-depth. If you're really struggling, I am grateful, I am strong, I am enough, I am loved, I am abundant, I am prosperous, I am happy. Like, I don't care how small they are, as long as you claim them, you own them, and you replace any of those triggering thoughts with something like that, you're winning all day long. Please understand me, you're winning. The divine fruit. As I work to improve and free myself, I strengthen my foundations. My intellect is light, my heart is warmth, my soul is strength. I am nurtured by the divine sun. The fruit I bear reflects my inner light. Okay, well, go get your kitty. I'm almost done.
No, she's gone forever.
She's not gone forever. And if you want her to be gone forever, then we will give her away. So stop and go clean your mess. Well, I'm not dealing with that. You know, I don't mistreat you. You're not going to mistreat me. And look at the mess you have. You want to go outside and play and go for walks and all those things, but look at the... Go look in the kitchen. Okay, well, I'm telling you that we're not going anywhere until that's cleaned up. That is absolute, bud. Oh, well, she hasn't disappeared. So go look for her in that mess. I bet you find her. Miss Grace, you up to the count of 3, and then it's corner time. I'm telling you, you're pushing your boundaries. Look at me. The boundaries are being pushed, and you know it. So figure out and make your decision which one you want to go. Do you want to have time out, or do you want to clean your mess?
I don't want to do that.
Okay, I know you don't want to clean your mess. So go find your cat. Think about your attitude. Think about why you're being so upset right now. Then you can come back and we'll have a conversation when I'm off here. Got it? Do you understand? I love you, but I'm not going to let you mistreat me because you're feeling anxious. Hi, user. Sorry. It's spring break, so I'm trying to do this in between crazy child. And it's all the retrogrades, so that doesn't help either. So we're working with what we got, and when you come on this channel, you get the good, the bad, the ugly. I've always promised that, so it is what it is. If you throw that, there you go, good job. See, I like it. You're making me so happy right now. I love you. Keep going. I'm so proud. Well, when you put all that stuff away, you'll find your cat. I'm trying not to laugh. I don't know where she gets her attitude from. Okay, alright. Belief. I believe in myself, the beauty of life, and the goodness of God. Thus I have the power to fulfill my dreams. The will of the Almighty supports me. My life is showered in divine light, and my heart opens to the power of the universe. Or the power of the 6-year-old, whichever works. Sorry, she makes me laugh. Manifestation of light. I see the beauty in me. I grow and develop my inner self in harmony with light and beauty. I free myself from negativity. My heart transforms, my intellect shines, and my inner light grows. I see the trigger of destruction coming about, and that's not going to be beneficial to you, right? So let's think about that. Get that Lego out of your mouth. Get it out of your mouth. Well, I can see it, so don't tell me it's not there. Welcome, Sarah. I'm sorry. Right now, I'm having fight time with my 6-year-old. You'll find it. I can see it from here. Okay, so we have me. I allow serenity to reign in me. The love I have for myself invites harmony to settle within my being. I listen to, honor, and strive to fulfill the needs of my soul. Miss Grace, take a breath. It hasn't gone far. If you move the stuff out of your way, you'll find it.
I don't want it to be smiley.
Well, she will be smiley when you find her. You gotta pick up some of the toys so you can see things. Divine light. I am an expression of love, and I shine like the sun. My inner light is my strength and my treasure. My intuition guides me to discover the wonder and the goodness of who I am. And then we have serenity. I don't even know what that is anymore. Spring break. Serenity is when I put my headphones in for 5 minutes, which can't do because eventually there's going to be something broken. Because my child is a little tornado. And I love her to death. 311 on the clock. Okay, well, if you pick up the toys, you'll be able to see that. You'll be able to find her. You have to move stuff out of your way. I'm not even going to be able to walk through there. I don't even know. I don't know what you got going on over there. She will be so happy when you find her. But you can't find her till you clean your mess. So, you got this. I have faith in you. No, she's not going to run. She's stuck in all the toys. She doesn't have time to run away. She doesn't have a path to run away. Okay. You'll find her and let's find out. So, serenity. Through love, release, and inner work, I know peace. Okay, I'm not done. Just a minute. I have a gentle view of life and welcome every step with confidence. I remain brave in the face of fear and have the wisdom to let the universe do its work. I do. Sometimes, even when I'm unsure, I ask for faith and I ask for strength in that knowing. And still to this day, no matter what, even if it's in the smallest of synchronicity or sign, it always comes when you 313 on the clock. Thank you, Spirit. It always comes when you need it. So you got to remember, sometimes the universe speaks to you in so many different ways. If you're stuck in survival and anxiety and negativity and fear and all those things, you don't open yourself up to see it. 313, self-expression, new beginnings, harmony, obviously the inner balance, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, the as above, so below, like all of those things. It comes down to all of the things. Self-expression is a big thing. Communication is key in so many things, not just with yourself. And by the way, when you're talking to yourself, and you find that you're hearing the answers and you answer yourself, you're not crazy. I've come to terms with this, actually, for a long, long time. People were like, why are you talking to yourself? And why are you doing this? You're speaking to your higher self. And when you, and your spirit team and God. And when those answers come to your brain and you're answering yourself, it's because you're asking the universe, you're asking your higher self, you're asking your spirit team and your ancestors, your angels, to help you process these things and understand. And when those answers come to you like that, that's you having a conversation with your higher self, with your spirit team, and you have to understand which voice is which. And as you learn to trust your intuition and understand the signs and how they're coming about, truly you get to know each of those voices and how they speak to you and how the responses are, and you really can begin to determine who's who. And yes, it takes work, it takes discipline, it takes challenge, time, space. But as you're doing it, when you start to notice it, that's when you start to recognize, oh, I understand who that is. I understand where this answer is coming from. And just remember, when you're asking your better self, you're asking yourself, your higher self, your spirit team, for the better option, for the highest, best good of all. And that's really important to understand, because you're not just asking for your highest best good, which yes, you have to come first no matter what, because if your mental health, if your self-worth, if your confidence, if all those things are off, um, you're hurting yourself and therefore going to hurt those around you by default, even not on purpose. So when I say that, I'm saying, like, you have to take those moments of self-care, those moments of time for yourself, those moments to read a book, to learn something new, to have a bath time by yourself, feet up, just those moments of peace, those moments of tranquility and space to just release your brain and your anxiety and all those things. That's self-care. It's really a huge part of self-care. We can't always afford our nails, or we can't afford facials and all those things, which we should all do because they're just they're such a wonderful emotional booster. But if you can't always afford those things, there's other ways to do it. And always our inner work and our inner reflection and our inner celebration, getting to know ourselves is the most important part of self-care. So that's really, I don't know why I was called to speak on that like that, but that's the best way to explain it, and it is the truth. Just give me a few of these, not too many, because I have a daughter about to have a meltdown because she's not getting enough mama love, and she's cleaning her mess though. Okay, I'm gonna stay here for a minute. You're doing such a great job. Look how much you cleaned up. Can I have a high five? Can you pick up these ones in the living room? Man, I'm so proud of you. You did such a good job. I'm loving it. Can you pick up the puzzle pieces here? Yeah, pick that up and put it in there.
What is it?
That's a hot dog.
What's hot dog?
What do you mean what's a hot dog? It's yucky meat in a tube.
No, it's just me.
Hi, Miss Kay. Welcome. Okay, just give me a couple of these spirits. Sorry, I got distracted.
Mama.
I'm almost done here. Okay, if you pick up by the time you pick up all the puzzle pieces and the little books here, then I'll be done, and then we can make some lunch and do something fun. Okay. These ones came out flying at me. So I see grace and possibility in all of life's challenges. Amen. I need to do. Okay. That's enough.
Mommy, what?
This is the bottom of the deck.
Mommy, what can we make?
Well, we're going to make lunch in a minute. Maybe we'll have some mac and cheese or something, or some soup and crackers. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll wait and see. Kindness is a gift I bestow on the world. So these are affirmations, and just if you can remember one of them, if one of them pop into your head, one of them resonates with you, this one flew out really far. So creativity flows from me. I am a divine creator. This one flew out. So that's saying that I have some creative people that have been coming in and out and really are trying to maybe find a way to channel that. And really, it doesn't have to be one channel. It's about getting it out and trying different things and finding what really, really boosts your soul and brings you joy. Once you find that part of you, then giving it out to the world and sharing it with the world is definitely going to become your greatest passion, and eventually your a source of income, but a source of abundance. And it doesn't always have to be money, because I might not make money doing this, but it gives me so much joy and clarity, and to give back. So it's not always about making money, but through this I've made my tinctures, which are forms of making money, my teas, my paintings, all of that's on my Facebook group for sale. I'm selling them here too, but you would have to email me to figure that out. My paintings, my jewelry, all of those things, it doesn't have to be one path. It's about finding a way to express yourself and understanding that the more you put into it and the more you show up and the more you be grateful and recognize how far you've come and sit in gratitude and be thankful for the universe, the more they're going to open up doors and allow you to take these things that make you shine, that show love and give back to the world, help you heal the world. They can open more doors to allow you to do that. So, yeah, I was called to say that just like that. So, I knew this one flew out for a reason. The creativity flows from me. I'm a divine creator. We all have it in us. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Spirit. That's our gift, right? That's part of our abundance. That's part of our inheritance. We were born with it. God gifted every single one of us with it, and from all the other lifetimes we've come about, we have those gifts too. And when we start opening ourselves to learning ourselves and understanding and being grateful and connecting with the universe around us and connecting to our inner selves, we become our highest, best self. And in turn, our rightful abundance and inheritance is bestowed on us, and be that as it may, what it's going to be. It could start with one small thing. It could be 100 little things combined into one. It could be 20 million different paths that all lead to the same thing under one umbrella. It's what you make of it and what you allow yourself. But the more you open yourself up to it, 3:22 on the clock, the more you open yourself up to it and allow the universe to show you all of the gifts, all the different paths, all the opportunities that we have, and all the knowledge that we have to share, the wisdom, you will be surprised how quickly it starts to come together. It's pretty exciting, actually, because as I go and as I learn, I share as I learn and grow. That's why I always say the good, the bad, the ugly. I refuse to be shamed for anything anymore. How many of us lived in shame for things that weren't even our doing, weren't even our fault, and then more shame because we did something wrong or not the way society decides was right, or any of those things. When we've done something wrong, because of the filter of the things, the shameful things that were done to us, right? 3:23 on the clock, and that's balance and self-expression. I could go on and on, but when you release that shame, fear, guilt, any of those things, we don't give it a corner to eat us alive at. We bring light to it. We bring it to the surface, and we stand in our sun and say, there's nothing you can do to shame me or embarrass me, because I'm not embarrassed of it. I overcame it and learned from it. I've healed. I'm healing. And I'm going to share it and teach it out into the world so others have the opportunity to do the same thing. And when you get to that point in your life, you're already winning. You're really becoming a master of your own life, and you're helping other people along the way, which is a pretty huge friggin' deal. So then we have, I can forgive people quickly, release my resentment, and set myself free. You're forgiving people for yourself. You're releasing them to their shackle or their chain or their cord, whatever you want to call it, connected to you. You're releasing them from that, but at the same turn, you're releasing yourself. And then when you release that, you don't have that anger or resentment. You don't have any of those things. You release it with love. You release everything with love. It doesn't matter. And sometimes it takes a lot. And sometimes there's anger and there's fear and there's all of the resentment and a million things to go with it. But when you carry that, you're just wishing bad things onto somebody, and you're perpetuating a cycle that doesn't need to. No, Grace. Why are you chewing on that? No, you're going to hurt yourself. I'm almost done. Look, I got this much left, and if you can be patient and sit down, then we're going to get stuff done. But I really need you to work with me for 2 more minutes, okay?
Sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're sad.
Sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're sad. That's right.
Sometimes you're mad.
I love you.
Sometimes
Okay, just be
you're
patient. I'm almost done.
Sometimes you're mad, sometimes you're loving.
Sometimes you're mad, sometimes you're loving. Yes, we're always all of them. Okay, so like I said, there's a little distraction today. The message is what it is. I'm trying to get it out, but my distraction is really freaking cute and stressful and all of the things. So it is what it is. It's safe to ask for help, and people want to support me. And that's something that when you, as someone who's always slid through the cracks, and yeah, we're going to help you, and then you have to get stuck figuring it on your own because all of those people that said they were going to just didn't show up. Something happened. It is what it is. That's life. When you ask for help, it is one of the biggest forms of trust, right? And that's learning how to trust yourself, trust the universe. And that's why I created my Facebook group to help support all those people that are doing things that really need help and the boost. Like right now I'm trying to find somewhere that can teach me how to properly put together a business plan. I thought that I was, why am I being called to talk about this? Okay, anyways, I thought that I was accepted, and then they deleted the acceptance thing. So I've tried to contact them. I don't know what happened there. I think it's just another time I slipped through the cracks. But I've learned rejection is your protection. So maybe I'm meant to do it on my own, which is fine. I just have to do more research. But so anyways, when I created the group that I created, it's to help us sell our stuff, to help us be able to afford those things. Sometimes these courses and all these things cost money, and when you don't have those things, we have to find ways to do it that don't take away from our ability to survive without being in lack, right? So it's not like we're out blowing all kinds of money, but when you have to learn something, yes, you can learn some things for free, and it takes more research and more time and more legwork, and that's how I've healed pretty much. So there's no judgment on that whatsoever. But like I said, there's small steps. So when we asked for those things, creating the groups was one of the ways that we asked. It's okay to ask for help, but you have to understand that, when I ask for help and when I ask for people to listen or share these things, I understand everybody doesn't have thousands of dollars and they can't just send me money whenever they want to or whatever, which is why I don't ask people for that. That's also why when I give out these motivation and this love, I give that from my heart with no expectation ever. And that's just because us as human beings, it doesn't always have to be financially. Just like when people that join the group, they can't afford to spend things, well, that's fine. They share it. They like the lives. They participate. It's not always about financial. It's about that support, the emotional support, the recognizing that I want to see you win and I want to see you do good things, and celebrating even the smallest wins. And when people fall flat on their face, saying that's okay, that's a lesson, and it's a lesson and it's teaching you something, and let's figure out what the lesson is so we can overcome it, move forward, and do better. So it's kind of a tenfold thing. It's never just a direct thing, but asking for help is always sometimes just support, sharing my live stream, sharing, going and supporting me on YouTube, or going to join Facebook. There's never a direct thing. Even just sitting there on the other side of the screen saying, man, I hope you do well. I really want to see you do well, and wishing the best for somebody. Those are forms of help, and those are the best forms of help. That's your energy, and that's what I'm talking about. Careful, Grace, about giving your energy like that. So just understand that it's always safe to ask for help, and that people want to support us. And when we understand that and recognize that, and can speak and communicate what it is that we're needing or wanting, or all of the ways or some of the ways in which they can help us and support us, then we allow them the opportunity, because people aren't all mind readers and they don't all understand how or what. But when we can do the small things and explain to them exactly how they can help support us, then we allow them the opportunity to do that. So that one's a really great one. I am committed to bringing forth my greatness, and I will no longer play small. We're not sitting in limiting beliefs. We're understanding that there is no ceiling, and as much as we put into it, as much energy as we put into it is as much as we're going to get back. So we really need to make our decisions on what we want, where our passion lies, and focus our energy forward that way. So guidance is available to me now. I know that angels, ancestors, and spirit guides are always at hand. I do not walk alone. None of us walk alone. Even sometimes we feel alone. There are people in our spirit team, our angels, the universe, God. They're always with us. But mostly that's why I come on here like I do. And I give the motivation is so that those that come in, even for that small moment that they're there, they get a little bit of love, they get a little bit of strength, some motivation, and some ideas and affirmations that help them go about their day. And so they understand that they're not alone because I'm cheering you on. Nope, 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 nope. Look, I got 2 left. I'm almost done. So take a walk, finish cleaning. You're doing a great job, and then we're going to get it done. Sorry, it's almost over. I love you so much. You're doing great, and you're almost done. I got 2 more left, and then I'm getting off here, and we can go do some stuff. But you need to clean that mess, and that was part of the deal. It's spring break, so part of this is the fight with the kids, who loves me so dearly and gets sad when she doesn't have mama love. So all that I need is coming to me in ways I never could have imagined. This is a wonderful affirmation. Get rid of that negativity, because when you put an expectation and you're like, this is what it is, this is the end result, this must be this, you narrow that path, and instead of the universe creating this big wide web and bringing it into you, you're saying you must do it this way, this way, this way. Now if you're trying to grow and learn and you're like, only this, only this, only this, you're not going to learn very much, and you're not going to have the ability to be open and see it. So just understand that when you say these affirmations, all that I need is coming to me in ways I could have never imagined. You're not giving that narrow pathway. You're saying, send it in. I'm open to receiving. I'm grateful for it. And I don't care about how, okay, the end result. This is that end feeling that the end result is the focus, right? And sometimes the end result is going to be, it's always going to be far greater than you could ever have imagined. It's about learning to love the journey, and that's 333 on the clock. Self-expression, there's the threes. There's so many things to do with that, but I don't want to get into that because I'm trying to get off here because my daughter's losing her mind. But, really is truly thing. Don't close it off. Understand that the universe is conspiring in your favor all the time. As long as you're trying for yourself, the universe is trying for you too. But when you lock it into only one way, you're taking divine timing, and where divine timing would be here, and now it's here because they have to make this path, everything fit in this little path, which is not the best. It's not for your highest best good. The universe is always going to give you what you need, not always what you want. And when you can understand that and accept that and be grateful and learn the lessons from that, that's when you start to get past that and you start accepting more and more and more, and eventually what you want comes to you, right? One more. There's no such thing as a mistake. Everything happens in divine order. That's funny. I was literally just saying that. I am being guided to learn and grow. That's all. That's this whole journey. It's the entire journey. Is learning, growing, and being our best self. And being of service to the world, ourselves, to others, in whatever ways that we can give. So there's no right or wrong. It's doing the best we can, giving with what we got, and making the best of it, and being grateful. And loving ourselves, always understanding that if it's a maybe or an unsure, it's always going to be a no. Okay? If it's not an absolute yes, it's a no. And when we start learning to trust our gut like that and really understand ourselves and be so self-aware that those sways and decisions become less frequent, right? You become very much more clear on your path, on your decisions. And when you're making those decisions with integrity, with people's highest best good, and obviously with your own highest best good in mind, you're never going to choose wrong. And if it's not the perfect one, you're going to learn a lesson. So either way, you need to understand your path. No matter your detours, you're always going to end up to your highest best end result. So yeah, I've been on here for a little bit, and my daughter's losing her mind. So I'm going to get off here. I'm not going to promise tomorrow, but really I'm trying to do a couple of days. I'm trying to find the schedule in the chaos and the middle ground, the balance. This is part of the struggle. So I'm not making promises because I don't want to beat myself up when I don't make it. If you do that again, your ass goes to the corner. Do you understand me? You know better than that. So I need to get off here because my feisty ass child, I can't imagine where she got that from, needs some love and attention. So I love you guys. And I'll see you next time. Have a good day.